Mark was the kind of man people looked past. A quiet janitor, sleeves rolled too many times, eyes always on the floor. Every evening he swept the hallways of Harrington Global Industries, a towering financial giant. He worked the graveyard shift. Not because he wanted to. Because it meant he could get his little girl, Lily, to school in the morning. Co-workers whispered about him sometimes how he never talked much, never attended staff events. Some said he looked familiar, but no one quite understood why. They didn't know the past he buried beneath those faded boots. It was nearly midnight when the altercation began. Four corporate contractors celebrating a $500,000 deal were deep into their drinks in the executive lounge. One of them thought it funny to toss his empty glass into Mark's bucket. "Hey, mop boy," another sneered, "bet you never held anything more valuable than that stick." Mark ignored them. Continued mopping. But when the third man kicked over his cleaning supplies, drenching the floor in photos of Lily tucked into his cart, something deep inside him snapped. He asked calmly, "Pick it up." They laughed. Moments later, they were on the floor. Mark didn't punch. Didn't kick. He shifted his stance, one taught through years of disciplined military training, and swung the mop like a staff. One man hit the ground from a strike to the solar plexus. Another from a sweeping leg hook. He disarmed the last two with surgical precision. He didn't know the security cameras had captured every second. The following morning, Sophia Harrington, the company's young CEO, was called to review the footage. She watched silently. When Mark's face turned toward the camera, her breath caught. "Get me his file," she demanded. The HR director hesitated. "There's not much. He was hired 6 months ago." "No," she said, eyes wide and voice suddenly shaking. "Get me the other file." A silence filled the room. Because Sophia recognized him. Years ago, Mark Whalen was known not as a janitor, but as Captain Mark Whalen, decorated Special Forces commander, credited with rescuing 8 hostages during a covert mission in Eastern Europe. Including Sophia Harrington's father. She found him mopping the same hallway, daughter's lunchbox packed neatly beside his cart. "Why didn't you tell us who you were?" she asked. Mark looked up, exhausted but unbroken. "Because titles don't raise children. Steady work does." Sophia's eyes softened. "You saved my father's life." He shrugged. "I was doing my job." "Let me help you do it again," she said. "But not with a mop." That same day, the 4 men were terminated. By the end of the week, Mark wore a tailored suit and stood beside Sophia as head of corporate security, a position he accepted only after one condition. "I pick my own hours. I walk Lily to school every morning." Sophia smiled. "That's not a negotiation. That's an order. From your new CEO." Then, softer.